everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome back to my subscribers. As always, thank you for your support here on YouTube, the Ko-fi site, the Etsy store, and Facebook. So today we have another multi-flip flap folio. So let's take a look. So it opens up this way like it's a book, right? You have a notepad, you have something to journal on the back, and then it pulls forward and you have another journaling card, and then you can do some journaling here if you like, and if you want you can add more pockets, but I felt that it would start to get too bulky. So then you close this, and then we have accordion pockets, and then turn it over, and then we have another notepad, we have another journaling space, right? You can journal on the back, and then you'll pull this forward again, just like the other side, and then you can make this a journaling space. Here's another pocket, right? Okay, and then it flips this way. So you have journaling space, journaling space. It flips again, and you have journaling space and journaling space, okay? And then I'll bring us back to the beginning. So how did I do this? Let's get started. Okay, so what we'll need 2 sheets of paper. And one sheet this is a cardstock, a light cardstock. I use a index cardstock for this. And this is 10.5 by 3 inches. And then I folded it in half. Okay. And as you can see, I've done some pre-work to this. Then the second sheet is 11 by 3 inches, and I scored at the 1/2 inch. And then what you're going to do is you will fold up to the score line so that these pieces here are even, right? And when folded, everything is 5 1/4 by 3 inches. Okay, so let me get this out of the way. We have some gluing to do. So this part here that opens, you will glue this 1/2 inch flap to the bottom of it. And once that is glued together, this is how I got the space to put my accordion pockets in. Okay, so let me glue this to the bottom of here where the opening is, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we have this shape that looks like an M now. So the next thing we need to do is to create the accordion pocket itself. So let me set that to the side. Let me bring out the scoreboard, and I've already done some pre-work to a sheet. This is a plain copy sheet of paper, the copy paper that you would use. I've already done some pre-work to it. And this is 6 3/8 by 9 inches. And then you are going to score all the way down at 1 7/8 inches and 4 3/4 inches. Okay, you're going to score all the way down 4 3/4 inches and 1 7/8 inches. Okay, so let me get the scoreboard out of the way. And what I'd like for you to do is close one side and then close the other, and you'll have this overlap, right? And what I'd like you to do is to just take your pencil and run it along the edge of where things overlap, and this is going to be your glue line. right? So you're not going to put glue past that line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 pieces of paper. I'm going to put one, just looking for a long sheet. I'm going to put one on the outside where my border line is, and then I'm going to put one, I don't think this is going to be long enough, so I'll use 2. I'm going to put this on the inside, and this way I'm not making a mess with glue. I'm not putting glue where it doesn't belong. For this, I'm going to use a glue stick. So I have this butted up along that line, okay? So I'm just going to... Now this is the kind of glue that when it dries, it's going to dry invisible, okay? So the next thing you're going to do is, once everything is dried, you will fold this in half, okay? And make sure that everything lines up neatly. And you'll get this folded in half. Okay, do all of your distressing as I did, and then the next thing you're going to do is attach it to that M-like structure that we made. Okay, so we need to seal it shut so that it forms the accordion pocket. I'm going to take a sheet of paper and I'm going to stick this in here, okay? And I am going to, before I put the sheet in, I want to mark where my middle is, because I'm going to try to stay in the middle. My middle is about right there. And I'm going to use some snail glue for this section. Okay, and I'm just going to bring my snail glue right to the fold, all right? Okay. And I want to give myself some wiggle room time. I want to make sure that everything is in alignment before I commit, and I used the glue stick because it allows me to manipulate things before I commit. Okay, so we have our little pocket here, okay? Now what we want to do is attach it to our M-like structure, okay? So I want to get this in the middle as best as I can, and by the that folded line there. So that looks about as centered as it is going to be, and then let me mark the center of my accordion. Stick a sheet of paper in so I'm not getting glue where I don't want it to go. Okay, making sure my pocket is by the folded line there. Okay. And then we'll repeat this on the other side. Okay, so we have our accordion pocket. I didn't notch things out, but you certainly can. So at this time, this is when you can either decide that you want to make it into a tag shape or not. So I'm going to do this as a tag shape, and I'm just using the, this is a corner rounder tool, and I'm going to use the large end. So the next thing that we want to do is we want to make the pull down, right? So the way that we do that is, let's get our scoreboard so you know what size paper to use. So you'll need 2 sheets of these. And let me give you the measurements, and I've already done some pre-work. So this is 8.5 by 3 inches, and you will score at 5 1/4, okay? And you'll need 2 of these. And what you're going to do is you're going to glue 3 sides. You can notch out things if you like, but you're going to glue 3 sides, and you'll glue that. I want you to see where you're gluing. You're going to glue that here, and that's what's going to give you that pull down, right? Then you'll turn it over, and you'll do the same thing on the other side. You're going to glue 3 sides, and that's what's going to give you the pull down, okay? And then once you've glued things down, as you could see, you'll have this squareness on the outside. So once you glue things down, all right, let's say that this is glued down, you'll just use the paper edge here as a guide for your scissor. So you'll just lean it on the angle and then snip. Do the same on this side, lean it on the angle and then snip, okay? So I'm going to do those things, and then I'll be right back, okay? I'm putting back on some of the distress ink that got lost when I cut things down on the tag. So now we have this much done, right? Now we need this keeps folding on me. So now we need the outer covers. You could essentially stop right here if you like and have a fun tag. This could be journaling space for you, but there's more to go. So let's continue. So you'll need 2 of these, right? I did my score line here at 1.5, and then that gives me a little more space. So what you have now is you have a little lip, and that's fine. It's better to be over than to be under, because what you'll do is you'll go to your cutter, and then beginning where things are folded, you will cut at 3 inches. And then when you bring it back to this, it will line up. It won't be too short. It'll line up. Okay, so let me go and do that. I'm going to keep this folded and then cut at the 3-inch mark, and I'm going to do that twice. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I have these cut, and looks like things are going to line up. Okay, and what we need to do now is we're going to just glue 3 sides. You can take out a notch if you like, but we're going to glue 3 sides, and we'll glue that here. And then, just as you saw before, it forms this book-like figure. And this is where you will just once again use the tag as a guide. After you've glued things down, snip and snip. So I'm going to do that on both sides, right? And I'll be right back. Okay, so I have it on now. I have it on the front, right? And then you turn it over, and I have it on, have a little glue there, and I have it done on the back. So now we have to get rid of these corners. Remember what I had said before, that you're going to just use the tag itself as your guide. So I'm going to do that, get these snipped, and I'll be right back. Once you get things snipped, remember to replace the distressed ink that you lost. I included some notepads in this project. So let me give you the measurements for the notepads and where I placed them. Okay, so the notepads are 2 7/8 by 4.5 inches, and you'll need 2 of these. And then I also made some lined sheets for journaling cards, and these are the same size as the notepad, except I used the corner rounder on these, and these are 2 7/8 of an inch by 4.5. So let me get these glued down. Okay, so I have that glued here, and then you turn it over, and I have another one glued on the other side. Okay, then we have these spaces 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? So remember the things that I had cut out. So these are going to get glued in here, and these become little journaling spaces, okay? And then we have 2 more. So I'll put 2 more there as well, okay? And then I'll get cards in, and I'll get some labels in, and then I will be right back. Okay, so I finished the outside of the multi-flip tag folio, and I've already taken you on a tour of things, so there's no need for me to go any further. Okay, everyone, if you like this video, please share, please hit the like button, and please subscribe. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.